Okay, I'm going to talk about the Walther PPX, the latest addition to Walther's polymer 9mm. I think Walther has done a great job with their high-capacity 9s. The PPQ is really my favorite 9mm high-capacity pistol. It's my go-to gun. I shoot it the best, better even than my duty weapon, which is awesome. P99 was a great gun. It was underappreciated. Now we have the PPX. It's a different type of weapon. I should say its function is a little bit different. It is the economy model. I had not really intended to get one of these. I think that the PPQ does fine, but this one I was able to get for under $400, and when I looked at it, I realized that it would really be costing me more money not to buy this gun than to pay the $385 for it. I don't remember exactly how I arrived at that conclusion, but anyway, well, I got it now, so let's take a look. Okay, this is the gun itself. You can see it comes with a somewhat cheap plastic case and an extra 16-round magazine. This is the pistol. It is quite large, as you can see. This is a pretty big semi-automatic pistol. You're not going to be carrying this for concealed carry anytime soon, unless you're a really big guy, unless you're wearing an overcoat or an opera cape, maybe a serape. It is not a pretty gun. There's no two ways about that. It's kind of ugly. It's got this weird elephant foot grip back here with this wicked curve, but it points amazingly well. This gun feels great in my hand. It points very well, which is something surprising given this swell back here. I was not expecting that. Standard thumb button mag drop. Very, very large, easy to acquire sights. That was a snap cap. Magazine, clear and empty. The PPX is a little bit different from the PPQ and the P99 in that it's not totally striker fired. It has a small hammer back here, and it is a consistent double action only trigger pull at about, I think the literature says 6 pounds. It's much lighter than that. You do not have second strike ability with this gun, so if second strike is important to you, that's something to consider. Let's see if we can notice it here. The trigger reset is pretty far, right there. Much further than the PPQ. This is not going to be a gun that's you're going to be able to shoot as quickly as the PPQ. Nonetheless, you know, that may or may not be an issue to you. That's a personal preference of mine. The weapon feels very solid. It does not feel like an economy gun. One of the things I noticed about the PK380, which was Walther's economy 380, was it felt cheap. It felt like a BB gun. This one does not. The slide is very, very sturdy. It feels very, very sturdy. The gun itself is very comfortable in your hand, and you never feel like you're holding a toy. How does it shoot? Well, let's find out.
Yeah, I think American Eagle's a little dirty. Yeah, it's a little and it might also be their quality control is not.
Okay, well, that was the shooting. Not too bad, not terrible. You know, I'm an okay shot. I'm by no means great. I do tend to shoot high. That's, if you saw that in you know, in the video, that was my shooting. That's not the gun. I do that with everything. It was very easy to shoot. I don't love the trigger. I don't love the weight. I don't love the reset. Some people like that LEM DAK that they're kind of replicating here. I don't. That having been said, it was a very easy gun to shoot. It was a very easy gun to point, to acquire a target, and the trigger pull was very smooth. The trigger break was very crisp. It's just the travel time on the trigger. It's the distance and the weight of it that I'm not a fan of. Those aren't mechanical issues. Those are preferences, and my preference is for the PPQ. There was somebody at the range, it was one of the dudes who was talking in the background, who came up to me after I shot a couple rounds, asked me about this gun. He picked it up, fired it, he loved it. He loved that trigger pull. He really liked the weight of it better than the PPQ, which he was never comfortable with. It's a preference issue. What I can say is, from a mechanical standpoint, this gun functioned flawlessly. I put 220 rounds through it on the range. The first video you saw at the 7-yard line was the first time this gun had been fired outside the factory. Okay, those were the first shots I'd ever taken with this gun, and the 220th shot was precisely the same as those first shots and every subsequent. There were no stoppages, no malfunctions, no issues with this whatsoever. Nothing in 220 rounds that indicated the gun was seizing up, that its mechanics were not able to continue for the duration. You know, this is as solid and reliable a 9mm as you're going to find. For the price, for $385, which is a solid price point less than a Glock, a Beretta, a Browning, many points lower than a Browning in some cases. This gun I found to be as comfortable to shoot as those guns, if not more. I would rather pull this trigger all day than pull the trigger on a Beretta 92F once. I think it's an obnoxious trigger. Those guns go for about $150 more than you could buy this. That's really the best thing I can say. This is a very, very economical 9mm pistol. It functions flawlessly. It really gives you all of the value, all of the quality you expect in a top-of-the-line semi-automatic for a lot less money. That's where I am with the PPX. It's not going to be the first gun that I reach for, but it's a pleasant gun to shoot, and it's a tremendous value. Walther, you did a very good job. Keep it up. That's all I got. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was interesting and informative for you. Thanks.